Hi everyone, and welcome to a book haul. So I've started doing these monthly, and these are an addition to the channel. They do say it was streamed, however it's not streamed. I do this as a private upload and then I put them on. So this is all the books that I've either bought, been gifted, or have accumulated my subscription or whatever it may be during the months of November this time. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump on into it. I'm going to move these out of the way and we're going to get into which ones. I won't do full flip throughs. I'll do a peek and what they are, who they're by, and we will just jump in. If you want any additional flip throughs after of any of them, please put them in the comments and I will gladly do a separate flip through for all. So first off, this month's Colouring Heaven is the Dragons in Nature special. Now, they're all the dragon designs from the books that are by Anastasia Ellie Caldereva. Now, I just call her Anastasia Ellie. She's got a new book coming out very shortly that's available for pre-order over on Etsy called Mysteria. But she's also got these previous books which were all based on dragons. Now, I was really happy that Colouring Heaven decided to feature her as an artist because she's not very well known to everyone, but her art is very unique and it's absolutely incredible. So she does all these dragons. As usual, the 40 designs in Colouring Heaven are what features. There are various flip throughs on other colouring channels of this, but I'm just going to give you a quick look into what is in this issue. And I subscribe, so I get my subscription issue in the post, but you can buy them in single issues as well. So this one is issue 43. It's available in the UK via Anthem Publishing. You can also buy them in supermarkets like Asda, Sainsbury's and Tesco stores. And also you can buy them in WH Smith, which is a shop over here. So if you're in the UK and you're not quite sure where to pop into and pick one up, those stores usually have them readily available. Then I pre-ordered, or my partner pre-ordered for me, the Sakuums, and this is her latest by Emily Jarridge. This one's called Natural Enchantment by a French artist, as I said, Emily Jarridge, but we know her as Sakuums. This is on Etsy. It's a flip-up book, and it's both portrait, landscape, and I chose the option of cardstock. You have got two options on checkout. One is cardstock and one is watercolor card. Watercolor card is a lot more in price than cardstock. But if you're used to working with water mediums, I would suggest that you would go for that. However, this is single-sided and it's very thick card, so you can always put some mediums and try them out in here. Then I was gifted by a subscriber called Sarah, and this is the very new release. It is brand spanking new by Selena Fennick, and it's Unicorns and Dragons, and obviously based on what the title says, that's the content. So it's got a mixture of different unicorns and different dragons that feature in a set, I think it's 25 images twice. It's creative space paper, but it's single-sided, so you can put all your mediums on there. You can make the paper work for you. I would say that this kind of paper goes down really well with a marker base and pencil work on top, because creative space paper, as you know, can be a little bit more hard work to get all the lines to go if you're working just in pencil. If you are going to put water medium on there, clamp it with some clips. And don't saturate the water and dry it in between. So don't put too much water on your page and it should be able to work fine. You can also put acrylic paints in there, but you've got to be a little bit more confident. So if you're confident in doing so, you can make the paper work for you. So again, if there's any of these that you would like a flip through of, do put it in the comments below and I will happily do them. Then I was gifted by a very close friend, Lou. So I put the name in there. And this is the Christmas Flowers by Jade Summer. So black backing, as we usually know with Jade Summer. We've got some very simplistic Christmas floral designs. Some of them feature an animal, other feature just botanicals. and things that are associated to Christmas, like presents, snowflakes, and you've got poinsettias and presents, you know, jingle bells, and you've got a lot, angels, robins. So there is a nice little selection. And another thing that I always say with these are my go-to with marker bases and pencils on top. Then I picked up one of the latest Julia Rivers, or we quite know them as also as Forest Diver. This is the Magical Fairy Village colouring book. This is quite intricate and they're not repetitive. You've got some landscape, some portrait. It's based on a fairy village, as the title suggests. It's got quite a lot of detail, which I find most of Julia Rivers' books do. It is a Create Space paper again, but I've never found a problem, especially with marker basing these. In the very small intricate parts, you might just want to go in there with pencil in case the alcohol marker bleeds or is a bit too thick to go over these. But you can always make them work for you, especially with pages like this. It's quite intricate, absolutely incredible. I'd probably approach half of it with markers and half of it with pencils. So as you can see, some of them then go into the landscape view. Again, any requests, flip throughs, please do let me know. Then I picked up the mixture of the Seasons books by Rita Berman. She's got 4 individual books out, which is spring, summer, autumn and winter. This one is a little selection from each of those books. So this has got, as you can see by the reef, you've got winter into spring, into summer, into autumn, and it goes in this like circle of life, circle of seasons, which I think is perfect. Now I'm currently doing with a good friend of mine. We're doing the Advent in here, which I think is perfect for this season. So you've got a good little selection out of each of her books. If you've got the Seasons books, you don't need to buy this because you've got every single image in this book. There is nothing that's unique to this if you've got all seasons. If you haven't got all the seasons and you would like to buy just a small mixture of each, then this book is most certainly for you. As I said, it walks you through each season really, really well because the pictures really relate to the seasons that you're in at the moment. So these are really beautiful. I absolutely love this book. I didn't think that it would be my kind of thing, even though I appreciate the beauty of it. But I'm completely bowled over and I adore this page. This page is crazy amazing. So I can't wait to do number 4. That's today. So that's Rita Berman. Then we have Kauai Winter and Christmas Adult Colouring Book. I think this is by Just to Kauai. Yeah, Just to Kauai. This is a really, really budget-friendly, cheap book, and it's based on chibi Kauai type style girls and boys, and it's also very festive to this time of year. So the paper is really thin, but you can make it work for you. They are very detailed images. I'd say more detailed than her other books, which is the which one was it? It was the Halloween one, the witches one, and Thanksgiving. But I love it. I mean, and this one kind of represents us. So yeah, I was really happy with that purchase, and I thought, being that it was only £3 over on Amazon UK, if it wasn't that much, you know, if it wasn't something, it wouldn't be a travesty. Then I picked up the Winter Wonderland by Creative Haven. Now, I'm not going to lie, I did think these would not be my kind of thing. However, I've completely fell in love with Teresa Goodridge, and I realised that she's got 3 or 4, and she's got another 2 coming out. So this is the Winter Wonderland one, and when their images are done, look at them. They are so picturesque and so much like a postcard, you just can't resist. So this is really based on just winter theme. It's quite busy. There's a lot of snow, there's a lot of leaves, but there's also a lot to sort of picture when it's done. See, this one is our front image, and as a line art image, it looks completely different, but it just shows you what splashing some colour on a page and making it work for you can do. So I highly recommend that you check out the Teresa Goodridge Creative Haven books. So if you go to Amazon's, all Amazon platforms, and you type in Teresa Goodridge, I mean, this one's amazing. That's her name there. You will get all of her Creative Haven books in the listings, and I recommend them completely. Then I was gifted by, again, a beautiful friend of mine, a country charm. She did it and then she sent it. She was like, oh, because it was an amazing picture. So I dug in immediately. I didn't waste any time. And I did this one. I've still got to record a completed pages video, which this will feature in. But I did this, and this is, again, the same artist, Teresa Goodridge, as what the Winter Wonderland is too. So this was done with budget-friendly pencils entirely. It was done with Artesias, and I got the 48 set, and it was also done with Black Widow sets, so the Cobras, Scorpions, and the Black Widows. And the entire thing was done with them, and I really loved the result of this. And I'm so pleased because there's not something I would have picked up or thought about. But when you take the time to flip through Country Charm, you can really appreciate the scenic beauty of each page. And it really is so scenic. And there's so much in this that I would love to see in full-blown, glorious colour. So I'm looking forward to doing more of these because that page was very addictive and I couldn't stop. So I highly recommend all of Teresa Goodridge books. She does spring scenes, summer scenes, autumn scenes, Country Charm, and Winter Wonderland. So she does a good little selection, and Creative Haven are one of the most budget-friendly colouring books on the market today. Then I was gifted the amazing Les Scenes, I think it's Coulters, by Hatchet Heroes, which is a selection of scenes from the different Disney pictures and Pixar Disney pictures. And it's incredible, to say the very least. It's got a picture or a scene from the movie, and then it's got a film strip right above or side by side of the film and the scene that this particular picture has come from. And each has that exact feature in the book. So when he's picking out all the herbs, and then he's cooking in ratatouille, and it just is an endless, beautiful, giving book that you just can't stop staring at. It's amazing. So you got Pixar is one section, and then you go into our most loved and known Disney films. Now, a lot of this is a huge book, by the way. A lot of them are landscape, but you obviously have a few portrait. And you just want to splash colour and take your time on these. I personally will be taking a hell of a long time on one picture because I want to do it justice. And at least you've got a reference above of the scene, so you can follow the kind of image, colours, and the atmosphere of the film. So it's an incredible book, and I thank Susie so very much for thinking of me with this book, because everyone I think that I have known or met or befriended or family, they all love Disney. And it's got something magical about it that goes back so many years. So it's captured it in this book perfectly, and I just adore it. It's just incredible, and it's huge. It is a whopper of a book. Like, if I put this one against it, which is an A4 book, you can see, if I turn it, how much bigger this Disney book is. You've got a big whopper on the end of it, and also you've got another big strip of book on the end this way as well. So it just shows you're getting a big book, and it's thick to say it's thick and it's thick paper, and it's got all the, I love it. If you want to get one book out of this haul that you've not got yet, this one, go grab it. It's incredible. And then last but not least, certainly not least, because you all know this is my favourite book in the entire world, my Serene copy came. So thank you to my mum and to, I think, 2 people super chatted that day to help with buying it. And so thank you very much. I bought it. It took a month to come, but it came. It's here. So we all know this. I've shown you. I've done various things in the book. I've done colour alongs in it. I've done demonstrations in my old one, but unfortunately my old one was water damaged, but you know, fear not, I get to do it all again. So this is by Nicholas Filbert, or Nicholas Chandrianata. I don't even know how to say the word. Nick Filbert. And this is so amazing, and looking at it blank again just fills me with ideas on how much I want to do, and maybe I'll do a few differently. So I am so happy beyond words to have this back in my collection. And now, if you follow the streams and you've been with me a while, we are doing this picture as a buddy colour between subscribers and the channel, me. It was meant to be done in November. However, in the beginning of November, my water damaged book was no longer. It just was no longer. It just died a painful death, and I had to wait for this to come before I could do it. So that is still going. It's extended till the end, and I just love this one, and I get to do it all over again, and I get to do this one all over again on the channel, and we get to do things all over. The only one I thought, oh my, was this one, because this took me forever. But now I've got a different palette. So here we go again. The fun begins again. So I've got a blank book. I've got a new Serene, and that is more than enough. So I hope you enjoyed my book haul for November. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like a flip through of. If there's anything that in this that piqued your interest, if there's any new releases coming in the next month that you know of and you think that I would like. So I do hope that you like the videos, you continue to watch the channel, and I'll see you on my next stream. Take care, everyone. Bye.